Welcome to EasyEuge, the channel to help you to learn maths super easy, super fast. And in this video, we're going to be learning about addition. So we'll start nice and easy in this video by adding some single digit numbers. Then we'll move on to adding two-digit numbers, so I can show you how to do carrying and how to carry numbers. Then we'll also move on to doing three-digit addition. This is the large stuff where we can add large numbers together using the carrying method and also the regrouping method. So lots to learn in this video. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click like on this video. And make sure that you watch all the way through to the end for question of the day. Let's start with some single digit addition. So the question here is 7 plus 5. So let's write that down. So I've got my number 7 and we're going to use the addition symbol, and that's what that plus represents. And we'll write down the number 5. So what we've done here is we've written down the single digit 7 and another single digit 5. And this symbol in the middle tells you what you're doing with those two numbers. So this is the symbol for addition. So we're going to add these two numbers together. And what we do next is we write down this symbol. And this is the equals symbol. And we put our answer over here on the right hand side. So we need to work this out. So some of you at home, you can probably tell what the answer is already, but let's work it out in some easy steps. So I'm going to add on the number 5 to the number 7. So 7 is quite close to 10. So what would I add on to the number 7 to get up to 10? So let's say if I added on the number 3, I would get from 7 up to 10. And if I added on another 2, I would get up from 10 to 12. So 7 plus 5 can be broken down into two simple steps. We'll add on a bit of the 5 to the 7 to bring us up to 10, because that's a nice easy number. So I've used up 3 to do that. And then if I add on another 2, because I have 2 left over, that brings me from 10 up to 12. So we write down our answer on the right hand side. So 7 plus 5 equals 12. So the trick is, when we're adding numbers, you can break any number down into smaller parts. And in this case, we broke the number 5 down into a 3 and a 2 to help us with the addition. The next level is to do two-digit addition. Now a two-digit number is any number, so there's 27, that has two digits in it. There's a 2 and a 7, but there's only 2 of them, so that's a two-digit number. And the number 12, there's 2 digits in that number too, so it's a two-digit number. So what we do now is something slightly different to what we have done already. So let's write down 27. There we go. And in this example, we're putting the numbers very neatly in separate boxes on this lined paper. Okay, so we have lines going across and lines going down to make all these boxes. So we put the number 27 in two different boxes. And we're going to add on, so we put the plus symbol over here now. We're going to add on the number 12. So in this case, we've put the numbers on top of each other. We don't have that equals symbol this time, but we have an answer bar. And I've got it shown here as a blue bar. So we're going to put our answer down here below the bar. So how do we add 2-digit numbers together. So what we do is we add all the numbers in the first column, which is the units column, and we put the answer here. Then we add all the numbers in the tens column, and we put the answer down here. Okay, let's do it. The number 7, add on 2, 7 plus 2 is 9. 7, 8, 9. There we go. So that's us finished, because there's nothing else that we need to do. 7 plus 2 is 9. So we are now finished with this column here. So we can move over to this column. And now let's take the number 2 and we'll add on 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer is 39. This time we're going to introduce a new idea called regrouping. This is it right here, and also another idea called carrying. So let's get started. So the question is, what is 27 plus 15? So as you know from before, we'll write down 27, there we go, 2 in this box and 7 in this box. And remember, we will show the symbol of what we're doing with those two numbers. So we're going to add the numbers, and the second number is 15. So we'll write down 1, 5. There we go. Okay, so let's work this out. We remember from the last example that you add all the numbers in the first column, and you write your answer down here. And then you move to the next column, you add all your numbers, and you put your answer down here. So let's take a look at what's going to happen here. We're going to add 7 plus 5. Now remember from the first example, the answer has gone over 10. So 7 plus 5 is 12. You'll remember that from before. So I can't just write 12 down here, because this is the units column, so we can only write units in here. So what we'll do is we'll take the 2 and put it here, and we'll take the 1 from 12 and we'll put it up here. So now we have the answer 12. There's the 2, and we're going to put the 1 up here so it'll be counted in the next column. So this method, depending on where in the world you are and where you're watching the video from, this method is called regrouping. So we're finished with this column now. 7 and 5 is 12. There's the 2, and we put the 1 up here. Now we're finished with the first column. Let's now move to the second column. So let's take 1, we'll add on 2, that's 3, and we'll add on another 1. 3 and 1 is 4. So the answer now is 42. And this method is called regrouping. Let's do this one more time with a method called carrying. So I'll write down the question again, 27, and we are going to add on 15, 1, 5. There we go. So you know the trick. We add all the numbers in the first column, then add all the numbers in the second column. And if we had any more columns, we would continue adding from right to left. So let's start on the right hand column. 7 plus 5 is 12. With the carrying method, we put the 2 here, and the 1 from the 12 we'll carry. We lift it up and carry it into the next column. We put a little 1 there. So this is like a reminder that when we add up this column, we're going to add whatever number that we carried. Okay, we're finished with this column now. 7 plus 5 is 12. There's the 2, and we've carried the 1. We've carried the 1 over. Now let's move to the next column. 2 plus the 1 is 3, plus the 1 we carried is 4. So now the answer to this column is 4, and the overall answer is 42. Now if you look at the two answers, they're exactly the same. 42 over here and 42 over here. So whichever method you choose, whichever method you find the easiest, or whatever method you're learning at school or at home or wherever you're learning maths, you can choose the regrouping method or the carrying method. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you how to do both, and you choose whichever one that you find the easiest. The next level up is 3-digit addition. Now our numbers are getting really big, aren't they? So we have 372 plus 125, really big numbers. So let's write them down. 3, 7, 2. So there's your 372. And each number is in a separate box. Remember we spoke about units. 2 is the unit 2. 7 actually represents 70 because that's the number 72. So this is the tens column, isn't it? And this number 3 is actually 300. So that means this is the hundreds column. Okay. And what we're going to do then is add. So we will put our plus symbol here. And then let's write down the number we are adding. 125. There we go. So you know the trick. We add all the numbers in the columns from the right hand side, moving left. So let's do it. 2 plus 5 is 7. And we put the answer below the line. So there's nothing to carry and there's nothing to regroup because the answer is less than 10. So that's lovely. Let's move to the next column. 7 plus 2 is 9. There we go. There's nothing else to do because the number hasn't gone over 10. And finally, 3 plus 1 is 4. There we go. So the answer is 497. It's 3-digit addition where we are going to use the regrouping method that we learned, and we'll also do it again with the carrying method, and you choose whichever one that you find the easiest or whichever one that you're using at school or you're learning at home with. Okay, let's get straight to it. Let's write down the numbers again. 372. That's that number right there. And we are going to add on. So we'll show our plus symbol. We're going to add on the number 145. There we go. 1, 4, 5. Brilliant. Okay, as before, let's add all the numbers in the columns from the right-hand column, moving left. Okay, 2 plus 5 is 7. Let's write down 7. Now, you're finished with that column. Let's move to the next one. 7 plus 4. Oh, I think we've gone over 10 now, haven't we? What is 7 plus 4? Well, if we remember the technique or the trick from the first part of the video, let's add on 3 to 7 to bring us up to 10, and we'll add on another 1 to bring us up to 11. So 7 plus 4 is 11. So let's write the 1 here from 11, and we'll regroup the other 1 up here. We'll put the 1 in the next column. So it's 1, 1, 4, 11. Now let's add up the last column. 1, plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So the answer is 517. Let's do all of that again, but this time we'll use the carrying method. Let's write that down quickly. 372 plus 145. And let's get straight into it. 2 plus 5 is 7. There we go. 7 plus 4 is 11. So this time we'll put our 1 here like we've done before, but we will carry, we lift up the other 1 and we put it just above the line in the next column. So we carried the 1 over. Now, let's add the last column. 3 plus the 1 is 4, plus the 1 we carried is 5. So now again, our answer here with the carrying method is 517. Both answers are the same. 372, there's that number again that we used before. But this time we're going to add on 843. So let's show the symbol for what we're doing, plus, and we will write down the number 843. Okay, let's get to it. We'll use the regrouping method for this one. 2 plus 3 is 5. There we go. That's that column finished. 7 plus 4 is 11. So we write down the 1 and we put the other 1 up here in the next column. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 8. Oh, 4 plus 8 is the same as 8 plus 4. When you're adding, you're allowed to mix up the numbers. So 4 plus 8 can also be written as 8 plus 4. So what is 8 plus 4? So remember, we could add on 2 to the 8 to bring us up to 10. And we could add on another 2 to bring us from 10 up to 12. So the answer is 12. So 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 8 is 12. So let's write down the 2. And where are we going to put the 1? Well, there's no numbers over here to be added, so we will just put the 1 in the next column. So the answer is 1,215. Let's do all that again with the carrying method. Let's do this super quick. 372. We'll show our plus symbol. We're going to add on the number 843. There we go. Let's get to it. 2 plus 3 is 5. And we're finished here. 7 plus 4 is 11. We put the 1 here and we'll carry the 1. We'll carry it to the next column. 3 plus 8. Oh, this is above 10 as well. 3 plus 8 is the same as saying 8 plus 3. I find this one easier. So 8 plus 3 is 11, plus the 1 we carried is 12. So there's the 2, and we put the 1 over here. So the answer now again is 1,215. Both answers are the same. The next level is question of the day. So the question is 237 plus 584. I'm giving you a little bit of a clue that the answer is a 3-digit number. So give it a try. see what answer you get, and when you do have your answer, leave your answer in the comments of the video. I'd love to know how you got on, and I'd love to know what answer you got. Okay, good luck everybody. Good luck with question of the day, and I'll see you in the next video.